Hey, everybody, welcome to Love and Relo, the voice of the relocation industry. I am your host, Ben Cross, and I'm so blessed and honored to be here today with my good friend, Hosea Bottley, founder and CEO of Aaversal Global. Hey, Hosea, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Mr. Cross. How you doing?
Man, we are here in Dallas at Glomo HQ. I got you. I got the HQ. I got Daisy over here. It's a beautiful day. I mean, we're blessed, man.
Honored to be here at Glomo and be here in the Big D.
Yeah,
As you know, I'm a big Cowboy fan, so we'll get
God's
to that.
country.
We'll get to that later.
Amen. Amen. We're going to be talking about Cowboy football. We're going to be talking about what's going on with Hosea. I know he just put his first daughter in college, or a daughter in college. He's got a daughter. He just got engaged. A lot of personal stuff going on. We got shipping challenges. We've got a peak season check-in. We're going to be seeing what volumes are looking like right now. We're going to be talking about all of it. So get in the comments. Let us know who you are, where you are. Check in with us. We got Janet Turner checking in. Yeah, look at this. Janet saying, looking forward to today's show. Looking good, gents. Thank you, Janet.
Right. Thank you, Janet.
Don't we love Janet?
Gotta love Janet. How can you not?
Yeah, I try sometimes. Can't help it. No, Janet, we love you so much. Get in the comments, y'all. Let us know who you are, where you are. If you got questions about shipping, I want to hear, have you ever dropped a kid off at college? I remember my first day, my freshman year of college. The year was 2001. I went to the great SUNY Albany, State University of New York at Albany. Go Danes. And I remember my first day in college. I got dropped off. My roommate was a Marine. He brought an Alice pack, a laptop, and an ashtray. Okay. And when I walked in, he was blasting Biggie. And I was like, I am at home right now. My mom did not feel the same way. She's like, I've got to go. You got to turn that music off or I'm leaving. I said, well, I guess you're leaving then. Adios, Mom. And she was out, and I had the best year of my life. Hosea, what was it like dropping your daughter off at school or seeing your daughter at college?
Well, to not have so much pressure on her, my wife dropped her off. Flew home on a Sunday. I flew out that Monday.
Okay.
And of course, we met in Phoenix last week. And it was great to see her, to go up see her dorm.
Where'd she go to school?
She's at Arizona State University.
That's a party school, Hosea.
It's known as a party school.
You've been hearing that a lot lately.
Oh my God, have I ever?
Too much?
Too much.
How does Dad feel when he hears his daughter's going to a party school?
Well, the good thing about it, she's at the downtown campus.
Is that better or worse?
I'm not sure yet. The jury's still out on it. She's going to the journalism school down there at the downtown campus. But she's excited. I got a chance to meet some of her new friends, and it's just it's a lot.
Get in the comments, y'all. Let us know what it's like dropping a kid off at college. I've been dropped off. I've never dropped off. Let me know what it's like. I hear it's emotional. What kind of emotions are you going through right now?
Well, just not having her in the house, her coming home at 2:00 in the morning.
Is this a good or bad thing?
I don't know, but it's just not having her presence around. It's just like, wow, this is real.
Wow.
Even my younger kids, they go sleep in her bed, because they miss her, and we FaceTime a lot. Right now, anyway.
Is she still taking your calls? I'll be honest with you, I'm not proud of this, but I was not very communicative my freshman year. I was busy a lot.
Well, I did the Navy route, so I didn't communicate very well.
What happened?
That's probably why my mom sent a Red Cross message.
What is a Red Cross? I've never gotten a Red Cross. I've got a lot of messages before. I got some red flag messages.
So what had happened was,
Get in the comments.
I was in the Navy. I just left the Philippines, reported to Hawaii, and kind of got lost track of time. 6 months passed.
You can get lost over there.
I was having a good time down in Waikiki.
Mm-hmm.
6 months had passed, and I hadn't called home in a while.
For 6 months, you didn't call your mother?
I know it was dumb, but at the time, it didn't seem dumb. And so
there was a lot of distractions.
I show up to work on a Monday morning, and Master Chief says, you need to go see the CO. I'm like, wow, what did I do? I'm thinking like, I didn't get in trouble. I didn't have
Did they find out?
I'm like, what's going on? And I get upstairs, and I'm sitting out there waiting on the CO to call me in, and he calls me in, and he greets me and shakes my hand. Great job, great game the other night, because he was a big sports guy. And he sits down, and we get to talking, and he goes, "How's everything going?" "Great, great. So when the last time you talked to your mother?" And I'm just like, huh. He goes, "Yeah, that's the problem." So he slides the Red Cross message across to me, and it's my mom.
What the hell is a Red Cross message?
Well, it's a message they can send out, like, for instance, when my dad passed away, they sent out a Red Cross message, and they track you down and notify you.
It's like an emergency messaging
right.
system.
It goes out right away.
Wow.
Yeah, but Mom, that wasn't.
And then what happened? You got that Red Cross message. How'd you feel?
Yeah, he's like, "You need to call your mother." I'm like, "Yes, sir. I'll call her right away." He turns the phone around. He goes, "No, you need to call her now." And so I call my mom, and I'm like trying to talk, and she's just going off, "What the hell?" And it's loud, and he's just laughing.
Cursing you up
yeah,
and down.
Oh man, yeah. She's just letting. That was embarrassing. But anyway,
you got cussed out in front of your master sergeant.
She got over it.
so you learned the importance of communicating.
But I called home every month after that.
Okay.
You learned more than once.
You learned your lesson. Get in the comments, y'all. We're gonna check in with all of you. Where's Mom now? How's she doing?
Mom is doing well. Mom turns 80 in October.
God bless.
So yes, what a blessing. And
what are you doing for 80? 80's a big birthday.
Well, we'll all be there celebrating her birthday, in October.
Where does she live?
In Beaumont, Texas.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Get in the comments, y'all. Daisy's saying, call your mom.
Look at everyone, please call your mom.
Daisy, your daughter is a junior in college. How often do you talk to her? If you've got college-age kids right now, put in the comments. I'm really curious. How often do you talk to your kids? Put it in there. Janet says, yes, dropped off Wes in Florida. Once I hit the airport heading home, I cried my eyeballs out. It was the best thing for him. Isn't that crazy how it hurts so bad, maybe as a parent, and yet they are having the best time in their life?
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's having a great time, and she's excited. School has started now, and she's getting a chance to meet all the professors and everyone, and yeah.
That's so cool. Mary Beth says, just dropped my son off at college, 9.5 hours away. Who's counting? A couple of weeks ago. Yip, Mary Beth. Yip. That's awesome, Mary Beth. So how are you feeling about that, Mary Beth? Really curious. Daisy said, I dropped off my oldest daughter in 2024, and it's quite the parenting moment.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything about yourself or your family in this process?
Leaving her last week, I had to just sit in the car and just, cry a little bit and just process it, you know. And even though I know it's the best thing for her and it's, a new chapter in her life, it's still tough. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you should be
following
proud, though, because
weekend,
she's an incredible young lady.
Yeah. And then the following weekend, my oldest daughter calls me and she got engaged. So I'm like, okay, one roller coaster at a time here. Okay?
Engaged?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you got 4 years of college and a wedding.
And a wedding.
To pay for. Good luck, man. We're going to get to how those shipment counts are doing, but
Yeah.
I hope you got some shipments coming. Mary Beth Nitz checking in from us. What's up? Look at everybody in here. Get in the comments, y'all. Hit that like button. Roger Wise says, good afternoon, guys, from the Pacific Northwest. What's up, Roger? Let's see here. Daisy checking in. I talk to my daughter more now than I did her freshman year. Well, that's nice. What changed? Curious. Janet Turner, Wes was the worst communicator. Now he is much better since he is now a dad and gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happens, I think.
Yeah.
Like I call my mom. I take her to lunch on Fridays. But I didn't call her for nothing in college. So it's good to know that it changes.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, I talk to my mom quite a bit.
Yeah. Get in here. Mary Beth, yip. Same as Hosea. It's a process and very emotional for sure. Chris Lagerman, what? My two favorites. What's up, Chris?
Hello, Chris.
Love you, man. Janet checking in. Congrats on the engagement, Hosea. Chris just moved his daughter into an apartment, I think. Oh, what's that like? Kenna Boy dropped off my daughter at Loyola in 2017, and she was comforting me while smiling, ready to be free. Yeah, it's like, okay, mom, we're good. You're good. You're gonna be okay.
Get out.
Get. All right, talk soon. Yeah, thanks, Ken. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love this. The show is Love and Relo, right? And we're here. We're all in the relocation business, but it's so funny. I mean, the stuff that really moves people is talking about the family stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Family is everything. I think a lot of people that's listening will agree with that. And
for sure.
without my wife and all my family down in Texas and my kids, and I don't know what's the purpose if you don't have all that, right?
Amen. Lady Rose checking in. What's up, Lady Rose? Hi, Ben and Hosea. Dropping my son off at college was the most heartbreaking thing ever. I didn't realize I could cry that much. Lady Rose, how do you have a college-aged son? She's like 28. How you got a college-aged son, Lady Rose? Good to see you there. I'm gonna have to come down and check you out in Austin at ARC. By the way,
Right.
Lady Rose. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to my kids are 11 and 8, so I have a little bit of time, but it goes fast, doesn't it?
It goes fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you got one getting married now.
One that's getting, and she's.
How are you
she's
feeling about the
31,
engagement
she's
thing?
engaged, and no, I'm extremely happy for her and Joel. And
You like this guy?
yeah, he's a pretty
All right.
nice guy.
All right.
He was an ex football player in the Canadian League, so he played there a little bit over 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
What team was he on there?
He played for Vancouver. He played for I think Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice.
Been in,
Okay.
yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. We got some more athletes in the family.
Yeah.
That's good. And Fallon's your daughter's getting married, right?
Fallon is getting married. That's correct.
Is she still designing suits and stuff like that? She's doing that?
She's on the side. She's not doing that as much as she's doing more coaching. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's building a nice network up in Canada. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to talk a little bit about some work stuff too.
Let's do
Okay. Because you've been busy this summer.
It's been a great summer.
Yeah.
I cannot believe after the year started off really bad. I mean, the first 4 months was just like, wow, where is this going?
Right.
But then May kicked in, and it was just like, okay. Well,
Why
this
was it
is
so
great.
tough? Why was it so tough in the beginning of the year?
Well, I mean, the shutdown.
The government shutdown?
Government shutdown.
It's
and-
funny because us civilians, honestly, like we hear it on the news and we don't like process it. Like, oh, Congress can't pass a budget, or oh, they're going to shut down, and you hear some partisanship and stuff like that going on. But like we don't realize it because our paychecks still hit, and we just kind of keep moving, and we're like, hope they figure it out. Like, what's going to happen? Oh, it doesn't really. We don't feel it the same way.
Yeah. No, I felt it.
You felt it. Why did you feel it?
Well, it woke me up too. It kind of made me realize I was a little bit too much government heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was.
You
just
do a lot
like,
of federal
we
government,
do a
don't
lot
you?
of government, and
A lot
so,
of agencies.
which, as you know, we've landed some corporate opportunities now that is working out great. So
Yeah.
you got to kind of balance that diversity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the government shutdown happened in the beginning of the year, and it was just really hitting your business hard, it sounds like.
Correct.
And then what changed?
Well, when they finally got a budget and the relocation started to click, I mean, May took off. June and July was just incredible. We pretty much doubled our volume. August,
Wow.
yeah, and
Double
August,
year over year, same month, you doubled your
year over year,
volume.
same month, yeah. And August has been great. Another amazing month. And then going into the end of the fiscal year with the government, which is September, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, it's a use or lose budget with the government, so I'm not sure what each account has left to spend, but they have to spend it. So,
Yeah, you spend it or else your budget becomes less.
Correct.
But well, you lose what you didn't spend,
Yeah,
but then also don't they adjust you down
They adjust you
based
down.
on what you spent last
From
year?
what I understand, yes.
Yeah, you don't want to get that defunding and stuff. So that's kind of on the government federal side. Do you think that activity that you saw was pent up demand from not having those moves in the first 4 months, and so then they just kind of flooded out because they were holding them? Or do you think that there was some other macro trend that was happening?
Oh, I definitely think it was definitely pent up because, in the government, even though it was shut down, people were still getting their promotions, especially the agency that were still working, but we just they didn't have that. They just wasn't getting paid, So I think once the budget got signed and things just took off, And I mean, not all our government accounts. Some accounts have a bigger budget than others. So the main two, Customs, Border, and Immigration, they're busy.
They're busy, yeah. They're getting a disproportionate amount of budget right now and focus, despite all those federal cuts that we heard about from Doge and everything, all that.
Right.
Has that Doge stuff, like, what the hell happened with that, man? What was the end result of all that?
Well, I don't know. I know losing U.S. aid hurt. That didn't help us at all. That hurt.
So that just went away completely?
Completely.
And it's never come back?
Not with this administration, it won't.
Jeez.
So I don't. Yeah.
So we're like, some of these cuts permanent, like, and some of these cuts, did any of these cuts like happen and then kind of like the funding came back? And
no, not that I'm aware of. No.
Wow, interesting. Get in the comments, y'all. If you got questions for Hosea or you just want to hop in the convo here. Chris is saying the rebound is great to hear, Hosea. Yeah, I want to talk more about that for sure. Get in the comments also and let us know what your volumes are looking like. Is this an up year from last year? Let me know. DM, I used to talk to them once a week, her kids, but now it's once every couple of weeks. Oh, DM. Sorry. Yeah, and then Lady Rose checking in here, talking to Daisy. Make good choices and call your mom.
Yeah.
Hey, everything in moderation. Let's talk about this rebound, though, that Chris is talking about. What are you seeing on the corporate side from an international shipping perspective?
Wow, it started off slow.
Tom, I see you.
It started off slow, but I think as on the corporate side has opened up. As you know, we've gotten some more corporate accounts on board, but we're seeing a lot of country to country moves. Not a lot of import to the United States, and I don't know if that's the visa that they don't want to pay for, but we're seeing a lot more country to country, as we call it, inter-theater moves.
Country to country,
right,
so not touching the U.S.
Not touching the U.S. We can.
Are these moves that in the past might have had the U.S. on one side or another, or as a destination?
It depends on the corporate client. What we're seeing is a lot of India to other countries, to the Middle East, we'll get into that later. But a lot of Europe to Asia and stuff like that.
So like when I hear India, I mean, India was the biggest source of talent, especially from an H-1B standpoint. I think 70-something% of H-1B holders originate in India. So when I hear India to, the Middle East or India somewhere else, I'm wondering, are we losing this pipeline of talent? Is the stream redirecting and carving a new path? And is that path going to be permanent or?
I wonder the same, and I hope not, but it could be.
Yeah. There was a brief time during COVID, and it was under Trump 1.0, where the U.S. has always been the number one destination in the world for talent. In my lifetime, or that I can remember at least. Feel free to fact check me on this, guys. But I think there was a moment in time where Canada eclipsed us, and even Germany was up there too. I don't know if they surpassed us or not. But there was a time where we were no longer number one, and it only lasted a year or two. Canada was putting billboards up, like, "Hey, come on over," this and that. I wonder what the stats are going to show, say next year. On that.
That's going to be some interesting stats. I would love to see that myself. And speaking of Canada, man, our cross-border volume has just really plummeted.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you might say the opposite.
No. I mean, we get
in the comments, y'all. Let us know what you're seeing out there.
Canada, but we just, a lot of corporations are just not moving to Canada as frequent as they used to.
Is it tariff stuff, you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I know when I talk to my friends in Canada, and shout out to Tom Gorman over there, or Tom Groman, sorry. Tom's a converted Canadian. I don't know if what he claims these days, but he's in Houston now. Tom, what are you seeing? Roger, what are you seeing out there? But when I talk to my Canadians, I mean, it's tense.
That's
Like
very intense.
when I talk to U.S. folks, like we don't feel really any differently about Canadians. We like Canadians just fine.
Right,
They're
exactly.
our neighbors to the north. But man, when I talk to my Canadian friends, the anti-U.S. rhetoric up
Oh,
there,
yeah,
very strong
yeah,
right now.
yeah. You know, when I, you know, being in Seattle, and when you go north, man, we used to see Canadian cars all over the place.
Right.
And the last few times I've been up north, not one car from Canada, not one.
You talking about in Washington State?
Yeah, in Washington. You know, they come
When you get
over,
up,
they buy gas and buy food and shop. You're not seeing that volume up there anymore.
are these kind of sidebar here? The Canadian tariffs that were announced very recently.
Correct.
Put a link in there, y'all, if somebody has a link to this news on the tariffs, because I haven't read through everything. But if they come over and shop now, are they subject to paying duties on those when they go back over?
Well, it depends on how much they buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's $300 or whatever. But you know that used to be great revenue for Washington State.
Right.
And I mean, even on the real estate side, most of them sold their homes. You know, the snowbirds, they come down and they sold their homes in the
Y'all
United
had snowbirds in Washington State?
People come down and they buy homes, and that's where they live.
I go a little. I keep going. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
I
But
get down around.
no, there was a
Southern
lot of
California.
Canadians that owned homes up, you know, Blaine and Bellingham area. Most of them sold their homes, you know,
Jeez.
according to the real estate market. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a little pop right now that's happening here in North Texas because of the immigration stuff. We're seeing a lot of houses on the market in these pockets that had a lot of tech workers and a lot of folks who are putting their house on the market now, or having to leave, or anticipating leaving, or wanting to leave.
Right.
I mean, we just had lunch with somebody who's an immigrant and whose wife is an immigrant,
Right.
and she said, "I'm going back to Europe."
Yep.
She said, "I can't live here anymore."
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the details were on it. We didn't get into it.
Right.
I don't know what the reason was, the rationale. If she was just homesick, or if it was politics, or what have you. But she'd gone back. And so I think now you have these folks that are kind of looking around like, is this where I want to be?
Yeah.
And now folks are starting to put their house on the market right now, and it's already kind of a poor market from a demand standpoint because of the interest rates. And so now we're seeing this like surplus of inventory. I was reading in Houston, they got 5.5 months of inventory right now. And I think Frisco and Plano, around here is also seeing some of that as well. Get in the comments, y'all. Let me know if I'm lying or not. What are you thinking?
Where do you see this interest rate going? I mean,
I got
with the new Fed guy, I mean, everybody thought that interest rate would come down.
I'm not tracking the new Fed dude, but I know that the Fed and the executive branch are supposed to be separate.
Supposed to be.
For a reason. Yeah. And the executive branch doesn't like anything to be separate right now. And so they put a Fed person in who they thought was going to do what they wanted. And I'm not sure if that's going to happen long term or not, but you can't just lower it without other second order effects happening, like inflation. And right now we are still seeing persistent inflation, and because of increased fuel costs and diesel, which every single thing, guys, if you don't know this, look around right now, wherever you're sitting right now, look around. Every single thing you see right now, I will bet you $1,000, every single thing you see right now was transported to the spot it sits now on a truck.
Yeah.
And trucks are fueled by diesel, and diesel is crazy right now.
Yeah.
And diesel's crazy, and it's going to continue to be crazy, and it's going to be crazy even after we resolve what's going on in the Middle East, if and when that happens, because it's got to be on the water forever to get here. So this is going to be a long-term, persistent problem, and it affects the price of every single thing that we buy.
Exactly.
So inflation is going to be super persistent, and we cannot lower interest rates, which help people buy houses, buy business, invest, buy capital equipment, et cetera, until affordability comes down and inflation comes down. Because as soon as you put more money out into the market, it gooses inflation instantly. And that's that's basically the Fed's job. It's to balance interest rates with inflation. That's how I see it. I mean, they have other jobs, but I'm a simple a simple man. That's how I see it.
Right.
And so they got to balance this thing. And that's why Jerome Powell was doing this soft landing thing. And he was trying to bring this plane down. You know, that's how a plane lands. It goes slow and low for a long time until it touches down. And every time he was getting close to putting the wheels on the tarmac, we would do something that would cause inflationary explosion.
Correct.
I mean, I'm not a finance guy, but that's just the way I see it.
Yeah, I mean the cost of the cost of trucking and ocean freight, you know, since the war, I mean, it's just it's incredible, you know. Especially on the U.S. flag, trying to go to the Middle East, you know, it's like additional like $8,000.
Get in the comments, y'all. What are you seeing? I was trying to do a little research because I know you're a shipping expert, so I was trying to do a little research coming in this because I want to sound smart like you. I also try to look handsome like you too. I put a nice little jacket on. But I was looking it up, and they said a TEU, which is a 20-foot container equivalent, from China here was $9,500, and everything, by the way, comes from China. So. Can you give me an idea? Do you know how that compares to maybe a year ago, 2 years ago? Like, give us an idea of how out of line is that price, do you think? Just direction.
From China?
Yeah, from China.
20-footer.
Yeah, 20-footer.
That was more probably around 5 or 6.
So it was 5 or 6 grand, what? How long ago?
And I would say probably, last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
So a year ago, our number one inbound trade lane, China to the U.S., manufacturing, consumer goods, etc., was 5 grand, and now it's 9,500.
Yeah, 5 or 6 grand. Yeah, easy.
It's doubled. It's doubled.
So it's 95.
That's what I did some research coming into the show.
We don't do much China. We do some Japan, but not much China. Yeah,
it's not a huge household goods lane, but it's a huge consumer goods lane, right?
Correct,
this glass probably came from China.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Get in the comments, y'all. I want to know what you're thinking here. Ferzine says the cost of living keeps going up and the wages seem to be tipping the opposite direction.
Correct.
Yep. I'm seeing that too, Ferzine. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of knowledge workers are getting downsized right now because of this belief that AI can replace people.
Man, don't get me started with AI, man. It's just, It has its pros, don't get me wrong, but it definitely has some cons, especially when you're calling a company trying to speak to someone, you can't never get anyone on the phone, you know?
Yeah.
I
mean, it's basically, we're back where we were with IVRs and outsourced call centers and stuff like that, where it's like the service, the deterioration of service.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we can do it cheaper. Yeah, but it sucks.
Yeah. I had an RMC account asking me in Houston, please do not go AI customer service. Please.
Is that what they're saying a lot right now?
It's like we can't talk to anyone. We lost a few suppliers because the level of service fell so dramatic because they're locked into trying to talk to a damn bot.
Yeah, everyone's so proud of these AI bots, AI agents, agentic AI, and all this. And maybe one day it's gonna be great. And maybe one day I'll be happy, you know. But right now, like it's trash, dude. Like it's pretty trash. Like if I know I'm talking to a bot, there is a deterioration.
Yeah.
That's happening. Yeah. And honestly, given the option, and maybe for a few bucks more, I'm talking to a person all day.
Yeah.
You can't beat when you talk to a person who knows what they're doing. I mean, we were over here. We were shopping for menswear in Houston, and we came across a salesperson that just knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
And he put us on to the right shirts and the right jackets and all of a sudden just like curated this amazing solution. Well, that's exactly what we do on a larger scale for corporations all day long. We're relocating people.
Right.
We're using all of this experience and knowing what's important and contextualizing all this stuff and offering these great solutions quickly to people with empathy, real empathy, not that fake AI chat GPT BS empathy. Like, oh, makes sense, Ben. You know, you're right. I was making up that fact. Let me do better next time. Like, shut up, man. Just shut up, dude. That's the problem because there's no ownership of AI. Because you know what happens? You talk to a client, and if your origin agent fails, you're gonna fire that origin agent. and there's
Correct.
accountability. But you can't fire
A bot.
the Chat GPT bot.
No, you can't.
So they don't care. And so there's no pride of work there. Get in here, y'all. Get in the comments here. Chris saying we haven't seen the worst of fuel energy costs yet. Yeah, Chris, how bad does it get, man? Where does diesel go? Let us know the impacts. What are you thinking? Get in the comments, y'all. Talking about AI. We're talking about fuel. We're talking about cost. We're talking about all of it.
Yeah, but Chris is absolutely right. We haven't even scratched the surface of how bad it's going to get.
Roger Wise saying Canadians have been dumping their Arizona homes for the past few years. Much of it is due to the same sentiment. Yeah. So when they sell their houses and flood the market with them, that lowers the price of houses, which means people can't get out what they put into the house. And then when they go to buy a house, their interest rate's so much higher they can't, the mortgage affordability,
Correct.
and we become in this bit of a stalemate.
Right. Well, it's just like right now. There's no way I would sell my home, even though I have a pretty nice, a decent lump sum of interest and equity in it.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to buy?
What are you gonna buy?
You know.
I don't know, man.
I'm not going to get rid
You
of
keep marrying these kids off and shipping them to college, man. You might be able to downsize if you're an empty nester or something. Get you a condo
still got
in Dallas.
a few more years for that, my friend.
You can hang out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in here, Roger. What are you seeing? Look at this. Clay Poe checking in. What's up, Clay? Good to see you, buddy. Clay and say Middle East inbound and outbound costs are crazy.
Yeah.
For me, that was a huge regional lane, and I've got shipments stuck over there or in other ports where the container had to offload and keeps getting rolled. Air costs are even crazier. What does Clay mean when he says the containers keep getting rolled?
They're not making the vessels. They're not making the selling. They're saying, okay, we're gonna put you on this vessel.
Right.
Sorry, not enough room.
It's like when you're trying to catch
Roll
a
it to
flight
the
out of
next one.
town.
Yep, they're gonna roll you
with a snowstorm coming in,
yeah.
and they keep bumping you to the next flight.
And to add to Clay's point, we have employees that we're trying to move back from Abu Dhabi, and they won't even allow them to go back over to pack and load, to pack out. So, which is a problem because they said, well, we're going to assign a proctor to release their goods. But what does
that mean, assign a proctor? I haven't had a proctor since I took the SATs.
Well, they got a person over there that's saying they will release your household goods instead of letting the shipper to go back over there and to ensure everything is shipped.
Well, how do you know if they got everything? How do you know?
We won't know.
What if the proctor said, "No, that TV's not going. I'm gonna take that with me."
Well, you know, that's the problem. That's the big liability issue.
Wow, the proctor thing. What are we seeing here? I'm hearing them talk about ports and stuff. Talk to me about some of the problem areas. What are some of the hot spots in the world right now from a shipping lane perspective?
Well, of course, Jebel Ali is pretty. Abu Dhabi. That's the
Jebel Ali is
that's the main port that right now you can't really get into. So it's really going around, and it's about $4,000 to truck it back across.
So the option, if you don't go into Jebel Ali,
You got to go around.
Around to where?
So like, what is it? Salalah, I think that's the port.
These are places.
Yeah,
Salalah.
and then
I'm like,
I'm
song.
I'm a little bit dispatched from logistics, but I wish Diane was listening. She can chime in.
She would chime in.
She handles all of those shipments. But anyway.
So you go over there and then you truck it across?
And then they truck it across. And it's the same way you're trying to get them out. This has to be trucked across because it's just, it's not safe going into the port of Jebel Ali.
Why is it not safe?
Because they can start firing anytime now.
Who's firing?
Well, Israel firing upon
Okay.
Abu Dhabi.
Oh, geez. All right, and so then it goes across. It trucks over. How much? You said it adds about $4,000 in cost.
In cost.
How much time does that take?
Oh wow. Well, I mean, it's not too bad. It's only like, additional 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
But the transit times getting out of there is what's adding on another 10 or 12 days.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's just not safe at all. But right now we're in a ceasefire, and hopefully it remains that way. I don't know.
So then, is there an additional cost or risk cost that's added to these shipments because of
right now the war risk is $3,000 per container.
And who sets that price?
Steamship line.
Okay, and they can just do
right
that
now,
like
it's $3,000 per container.
And do the clients pay this?
Yes. Yes, that's the war risk. but the increased ocean freight itself, for what we've seen, is anywhere from, at first it was like 4, now it's 6. I think the last one we tallied up was like almost additional $7,000, just the ocean freight cost itself. So if you take the 7 plus the 4 plus the 3, $14,000
additional cost.
additional cost.
Per container.
Yeah. And so on the government side, where we have rates filed,
You filed these rates.
we
Did you
filed
file
these
these
rates.
You
So
filed
we have
these
to
rates
get-
before the
So we have
war.
to get that before the war. So now we have to get that cost approved.
And do they hold you to those rates?
Well, yeah, but we
Jeez.
get that, we can show the cost before the war and now, and so they approve that additional cost. But here's the thing though, rate filing just opened up, which we have to be done by September 28th.
Okay.
That's the decision I have to make now on how high or where do I need to increase these rates to ensure that all that cost is covered. So you kind of go, how do I file these rates to where I don't bid myself out of these opportunities?
Right. You want to be aggressive,
Right.
but you also have to pad it because you don't know
Right, exactly.
who's going to start firing missiles at who.
Exactly,
over here.
and yeah.
Yeah, get in the comments, y'all. Where are you seeing the issues? I've also heard Suez Canal is a hot spot. I remember we with that ship got stuck in the Suez Canal.
Yeah. I mean,
Why
Suez Canal,
what's happening
even
over
the
there?
Panama Canal, even right now as well. I mean, it's kind of a drought, El Nino drought. So the water's very low. So it's
How do you have a drought between two oceans? Isn't it the Pacific and the Atlantic, and they dug a hole in the middle, a canal, and it just fills up from there? What am I missing?
well, I mean, I guess they need more rain. I guess
In the ocean?
yeah. I'm guessing.
What
I
the
mean,
hell's going on?
this is the-
We got a drought in the ocean, people.
But this is the feedback.
This is when you
I'm
know
getting.
you're having
Yeah.
a tough time.
Yeah, this is the feedback I'm getting. You know, so that's why we seeing delays with vessels have to go through the Panama Canal. You know,
Somebody get in the comments and tell me why the hell there's a drought in the Panama Canal, okay?
please tell me as
For the
well.
love here, all right? Oh my goodness, y'all. Roger Y saying it's been a good summer, but it's getting quiet quickly.
Yes.
Roger, give me more detail on that. You seeing domestic traffic, international, what lanes? What are you seeing? How was summer? Let's see here. Chris Lagerman says this tracks given the reluctancy to move into the U.S., given the nightmare and costs and the geopolitical failures. Big word, but not inaccurate.
Well, you nailed it pretty.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ferzine says AI can be great, but we need to take ownership of human accountability too. Yes, there has to be a human that is accountable for that agentic AI. Just like if my employee does something jacked up, I gotta be responsible for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can use an AI agent, but there needs to be a human being and a company that says I am responsible for the results of that, and there needs to be some accountability. That's all I'm saying.
Totally agree.
Hey, you know what? I know you have a flight to catch. Let's do a little overrated, underrated. You want to play a game with me?
Let's do that.
Where do we got paddles in here? Daisy, we got paddles. I like doing the paddles. Paddles? Where's Daisy at? I think she's taking a nap. What's going on? She was tired. We've been burning the candle both ends here. All right, we're gonna play overrated, underrated.
All right, let's do it.
Now you've been on this show a lot.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm tired of you. I'm just saying you
Sounds that way.
Do you know how to play this game?
Unfortunately, I do.
Unfortunately, overrated or underrated. I'm going to give you a topic, and you are going to tell me if it is either overrated or underrated.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell you if you're right.
Wait a minute. How do you get to choose if
It's
right
my
or-
show. I'm the
Okay.
decider.
All right,
In the
all
famous words of George Bush, I am the decider.
right.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, and get in the comments, y'all. And if you want to give us an overrated, underrated, we've got space for one audience nominated, overrated, underrated. So make it good, okay? And we'll try to take your overrated, underrateds here. They should be right there. They should be right in the little sleeve. Nope, by the laptop and that. Always. Did y'all get that on tape? She said I was right. Oh, I don't got it right here. Overrated, but I don't have the thing. I'm gonna write this for you, Hosea.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Daisy. Daisy wants to tell me how to run the show now. All right, we're gonna do overrated. Overrated. I'm gonna write these. This is behind the scenes, guys. We're doing this live right now. Overrated. I don't remember how to. All right, and we'll do in blue. We'll do underrated. Say overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that?
I got you.
Jeez. Can't even open a marker. I'm getting old, Hosea. What's up with that? Overrated. Get in the comments, y'all. Let us know if you have an overrated, underrated you want us to do. We'll take one audience nominated one. I am the decider, per usual. Here you go, buddy.
There we go.
All right. Overrated, underrated. All right, buddy. You ready? Live television, people.
Let's do it.
Isn't it a fun time we live in where I can just say, I want to be on TV, and I can just make up a little internet show that nobody watches, and I can just do it. It's like cable access.
Hey.
All right, you ready?
Let's go.
Hosea Bottley. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the first one. All right. Overrated, underrated. Here we go. We got people getting in here. Look at this. Yes, we do. Oh, my gosh. We have some good ones here. Bruce Waller. What's up, Bruce? All right. Overrated, underrated. Let's get into it here. Number one, shipping Teslas. Shipping Teslas. You owned a Tesla once. I don't know if you still do.
I owned a Tesla.
Do you still own a Tesla?
No. Well,
Your daughter does.
My daughter does, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she didn't buy that.
No. Shipping Teslas?
Shipping Teslas. You're in the shipping business. You ship cars. Overrated or underrated?
I would say it's underrated.
Underrated?
Yeah.
Put it towards in front of you. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's overrated. Don't these things explode?
Yeah.
Catch fire?
But
Are they even allowed to be shipped?
we can ship them to Puerto Rico, Hawaii. You know, you ship them domestically. But a lot of the steamship lines is backed out. They won't ship them, you know, due to the battery.
Yeah.
But I think they got to a point to where, you know, I don't know. I haven't heard of any really catching on fire lately. You know, I mean, when they first came out.
All it takes is one, I feel like.
And you're right. This only takes one. And
Like,
that's
I haven't heard of a, you know, I haven't heard of a.
Yeah, I mean, that's the risk you take, though, you know.
Okay. All right.
But any car can, you know, somehow catch on fire, you know.
All right. I'm going to say overrated. I'm going to overrule you. I'm going to say overrated. Shipping Teslas is overrated. Don't do it. Should have never bought one. Anyway, just kidding. Not really. All right. Next one up. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh, and Janet Turner. Oh, Janet Turner. I like yours. Does anyone have a better topic than Janet? All right. Next one up. Overrated, underrated. Cowboys backup quarterback Joe Milton.
I'm going to say he's underrated.
Put it in front of you. There you go.
Yeah.
Not in front of your face. Let's see that beautiful face. Let's see those nipples.
There we go.
Underrated. Absolutely underrated.
Yeah,
Why,
yeah.
Hosea?
You know, watching him these last 2 preseason games and even last year, but man, he's come a long ways.
He threw for 2 touchdowns the first one, I think.
You know,
he threw for 2 touchdowns, a touchdown and ran for one in the last one.
He's mobile. He's strong.
Strongest arm in the NFL.
Arm,
Madden 99 strength.
and
he's
a load to bring down as well, you know. So, I mean, yeah, I can see a replacement here pretty soon.
Do we have a Dak Romo situation right now brewing in camp? I mean, not too long ago, Tony Romo was the entrenched Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback, and a young Dak Prescott out of Mississippi State, a 4th-round draft pick, shocked the world, stepped into camp and took that job from Pro Bowler Tony Romo. Is that what we're going to have again?
It's a possibility. I mean, Dak is getting a little long in the tooth now.
He has some long teeth, I'll tell you what.
And so I don't know. I mean, but Dak's contract is just insane.
Is it?
So
how many more years?
They're going to play him until he's,
until the wheels fall off.
Ready for his grave.
Hey, but you know what? Maybe you could trade him.
Who's going to take on that contract?
I don't know. I don't have that kind of money. I don't even know what kind of decisions going on. You know, here's what I like. Every year, quarterbacks go down for a game, 2 games, 3 games, sometimes half a season.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that usually means that's the end of your season. But occasionally, a Jeff Hostetler steps in,
Right.
or a Trent Dilfer steps in and takes you to the promised land. You know, or who's the dude in Philly? Right, the Philly special cat steps in.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and takes you to the promised land. So you know what? Come on, Joe Milton. Let's get a ring, baby.
Let's go.
All right. Overrated, underrated, marriage.
Oh,
Daisy just dying laughing
let me
back
see.
there.
Is my wife listening?
Heidi Joe, you listening? Overrated, underrated, marriage.
I'm going to say underrated.
Under duress. I'm going to say, why'd you say underrated?
Underrated.
No comment. He said underrated, no comment.
No. I think that sometimes we get a little, I'm married. We get a little complacent and not truly understanding what and how special our wives are, you know? So that's why, it's easy to just go, oh yeah, I'm married, and forget all about, but when you take a look at everything they do, well, I'm speaking for my wife, how she holds it all together,
Yeah.
her love, her support. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. There was a time when I did not want to be with my wife. And she left
And I'm
for
pretty sure she felt the same way.
This was a
but go
long
ahead.
time. This is actually before we got married. This is actually right before. This is a year before we got married.
Okay.
We were dating for a long time from college and everything. I was like, I'm through with her. I can't, she's a pain in my ass, this and that, right? And I was thinking, you know what? Man, my career, if I wasn't, tied down, I could travel more. I could go do more deals. I could be out more. I wouldn't have to worry about being home. I could just be out 100%. And then she left for like 2 weeks to go visit her family up in New York, whatever. By day 3, I was like, I can't live without this woman.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I am a savage. My life will fall apart. I cannot be trusted to take care of myself. So I need supervision constantly. I am an unhinged person. I was like, she grounds me, and I sometimes I'm like, why you give me a hard time, whatever. But to be honest, I wouldn't be here without her.
Exactly.
Right. And it pains me to say that. I hope she's not watching. Never watch this. But yeah, so it's underrated.
It's underrated, yeah.
Man,
absolutely.
Toughest underrated item.
Yeah.
All right. Next one up. We're going to have to clip this and send this to your wife. Daisy doesn't like it. Daisy voted the other way. She said, you said overrated, Daisy?
No.
Okay. Overrated, underrated. Sushi. Yeah. What, overrated? Why?
I just don't like sushi.
That was a really good explanation. You know what? It's a good thing this show's only an hour.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it. So,
Have you had it?
I tried it.
What'd you try?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was.
Doesn't
It's just
seem
like,
that seems like we need more data.
Yeah.
You like salmon? I know you love
I
salmon.
love salmon.
Have you ever had it like medium rare? Medium?
Yeah.
Dabbled?
Yeah. I've dabbled in it a little bit.
Well, you know what sushi actually technically means? It's just with rice. It doesn't actually refer to raw fish.
It just doesn't work for me,
You can have cooked stuff.
No,
and
I
sushi.
know, but just not a big fan of the dish,
The dish.
Yeah.
All right, I told you we were gonna take a look at Rachel Longo's. I told you we were gonna take a comment generated, overrated, underrated, and I am going to pick one here. What's up, Rachel? I see you over there. Chris, I like yours. I like yours a lot here. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, today, Janet says, today's Martin and I's anniversary. What's up, Martin, Janet's husband? He was a former lone bachelor until he met me. And how's he feeling? Overrated or underrated, Janet? Never mind, just kidding. You know what, for that, we're going to take Janet's overrated, underrated here, okay? You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Janet's overrated, underrated is owning a football team. Overrated or underrated? I don't own a football team, but you do have a share of a football team.
Yeah.
What football team do you have a share of?
The Paris Musketeers.
Keep that up here for you. What?
Paris Musketeers.
Paris Musketeers. And this feels like it would be any red-blooded American man's dream to own a piece of a football team. Why is it overrated? I know why I say it's overrated because I don't have one. Why do you say it's overrated?
It was exciting for the first couple of years, but then it's like, oh, okay, it's just another investment. It's not. It's just, I don't know.
It's another investment that like you cry when they like lose.
Right, yeah. I mean, you get involved and you're engaged and you watch all the games, and this year wasn't not a very good year for us, but we're looking forward to next year. We'll bounce back.
Would it be different if you guys won more?
Maybe. I mean, last year was way better than this year, but so
Yeah.
anyway, just
And you had Jack Del Rio,
Jack Del Rio.
NFL legend. Jack Del Rio is your head coach. You got Jack Del Rio.
I think Jack's out.
You think?
Yeah.
Sorry, is this public information?
No.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Sorry, Jack. Yeah, I hope Jack Del Rio doesn't watch the program. Chris says in Seattle, some of the best sushi outside of Japan. Huma and Hosea. That's hilarious. I just broke some news there. Tom Gorman's helping us out here. He says, while the Panama Canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific, finally somebody smart watches this show. Tom says, while the Panama Canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, it is not flat, sea level channel like the Suez Canal. Ships cannot simply sail straight across because Panama's mountainous terrain sites are well above sea level. Oh, so they have the lock system so it's not sea level. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Goodness gracious, Tom. I was struggling up here, buddy. Can't wait to see you in San Diego.
See?
Bruce Waller just jumped on for a few minutes. Great to see you guys. Such wonderful wisdom. Hosea is underrated, he said.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's
Thank
awesome. Hosea, this is it's been awesome having you on the program, man. Always a pleasure seeing you, buddy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Honored to be here, man. Honored.
Yeah, it's really great. Yeah, I know you got to catch a flight though. You got an air shipment coming.
I got
Yeah. How many cubic feet are you, Hosea?
Oh, too many.
A little more than you used to be. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, thanks everybody for being here. It was so much fun having y'all today. Really appreciate the engagement. Wouldn't have a show without y'all. Appreciate you, and we will see you next week, y'all. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.